This week on Two Sharks, One Tank, 5 inventors enter the tank in hopes of catching a killer deal and staking their claim as the new big fish in the child toy industry. But these aren't your average toys.
The special needs Rubik's Cube.
These are toys so offensive only a fool would invest. But just who are these fools? Jordan Allen made his millions pushing iconic child toys like Bill Cosby's Sleepy Time Pudding Pops, R. Kelly's Golden Stream Super Soaker playset, and the iconic 2023 re-envisioning of the classic He-Man, They Man. Joining Jordan is Daniel D. Kim. D is the hammerhead investor behind the Node Gaming channel. He is also the visionary behind the iconic Kid Tana, the first kid-friendly katana made entirely of Japanese steel. How will our fresh batch of inventors fare in these shark-infested waters? Let's find out on Two Sharks, One Tank.
Hey, what's up guys? Before we get into the goofs up there, I want to start by talking about today's sponsor, BetterHelp, because they make what we do here possible. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, and it's 100% online. And it's also a very appropriate sponsor because we're going to get into some sensitive content here. BetterHelp has a network of over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. All you have to do to get started is just answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network. Then you can talk to your therapist however you feel comfortable, whether it's via text, chat, phone, or video call. You can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. If your therapist isn't the right fit for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional charge. So a few years ago, I sought out to help with my mental health, and I went straight to BetterHelp because I didn't want to have to deal with an in-person therapist. It was a big step for me, and it was much more convenient and low stakes to speak with somebody over the internet. So BetterHelp really gave me an outlet, and I found it extremely beneficial to my brain health. And I would encourage anybody out there to give it a shot. So head on over to betterhelp.com/quartercrew to get 10% off your first month of therapy. So now that you guys have this support system, this resource, we're gonna hop back into this episode here.
Our first inventor hopes to dive deep in the pockets of our sharks with his innovative take on pet submersibles.
You know, I got a lot of hits under my belt, but I'm looking to expand into some new areas. I think these guys would be the perfect partners to work with here. Gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be here in front of you today. I got some great ideas to share with you. Now, you already know who I am, but just in case you need a little refresher, we made the critically acclaimed Lego Passion of the Christ.
Each inventor begins by presenting their past hit toys, and then they'll bring forward their new groundbreaking concept for the sharks to bid on.
Remarkable.
Yeah, the game is great, too.
And so we follow that up with the military-themed water park. It's currently opening down in Orlando, Florida. We got great rides for the whole family. Right after that, we got a special Super Soaker edition, Riot Police gear. Wow. So this is fun for the whole family. It's gonna really take the steam off. It's gonna help kind of bring all of us together.
That's a wow.
And now, let's talk about what I have for you today. Favorite family pet.
Favorite family pet?
Favorite family pet.
Hamster, okay.
Right? Now, hamsters are so uncultured, right? All they do is they sit around every day. Just think about like the boats that you have sitting at the bottom of your aquarium. A hamster can go visit that boat. They can get some culture. They can learn a little bit about history. And so we today are bringing you a special device that does not exist in the market. I can't believe that there's this void that we're just waiting to be filled. It's a hamster submersible for deep sea ship diving, right? So they can go check it out. Cool thing is we did our research, right? There's an actual submarine out there that does this. And we actually got the same exact controller from their kit for our kit. It's good for all ages. It's called Pop Goes the Weasel. Take your hamster and bring it down to the ocean floor. I mean, we used a lot of like new cost-saving measures. It's kind of like the way we did this. Like we put a lot of sheets of paper and like glued it, and like it seems like it should work. So
I feel there's a lot of bad publicity around submarines these days. How do you think you're gonna get around that?
What bad publicity?
Oh, you didn't hear?
It's very interesting and a great use case because it's fun and dinner. And I'm curious, is there a way to extract the flattened ham?
Flattened ham? Wait, flattened ham. Right, I was thinking more like pressure cooked.
Oh, I like that too.
I didn't think I'd meet another visionary who could see the meal potential.
I'll give you $1,000 for that jacket. I don't want the idea at all.
$1,000. You can have the jacket.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. God bless the USA.
Niko's hopes of becoming a Titan were crushed in the deep waters of the tank as his off-the-shelf leather jacket proved more valuable than his mind.
My agent told me to come on the show, just like get some eyeballs on the stuff I'm doing. I don't really need the money. I didn't really need the jacket either. It's pretty warm out.
Our next hopeful inventor is here to stake his claim and prove that brain damage is mere child's play.
I'm feeling pretty good going in today. I'm a newcomer, but I've got a lot of great, exciting ideas, and I'm gonna do literally whatever it takes to make a sale. Sharks, good morning or afternoon, whatever time it is. I'm here today representing Austin Incorporated, Child Solutions. You may recognize me from my previous work on My First Wet and Wild, a drunk driving experience for kids, because as we know, you only get caught drunk driving if you're bad at drunk driving. And so we gotta make sure the training starts early for this kind of thing.
Very strong idea.
If you don't recognize that, you might recognize me from my other product, the Puppy Put Down Play Set.
Yes.
We taught youths all across America that their family pets are mortal. And we gave them the choice on how they want to eventually put that pet down.
This broke my son. And he was built back much better, so thank you.
Next up, we made a toy that directly responds to the decline in Christianity in the United States. A toy that aims to strike the fear of God back into our children. The Grandma's Going to Hell play set. We need to strike the fear of God back into our children so they start behaving properly. If Grandma's going to hell, they take things pretty seriously down there, so maybe you should behave as well.
That's good.
There's only one way to motivate children into behaving, and that's the threat of eternal damnation. But today I'm going to bring you some new ideas. I'm sure it's safe to say you both own at least a couple of football teams, am I right?
Yeah, duh, who doesn't?
And those make you a lot of money, right? The whole football economy is booming. But what happens when kids are scared to play football and we run out of football players because concussions can cause lifelong devastating neurological effects? There's a stigma around concussions, and we want to flip the public perception. We want to make people feel more positively about concussions. And so I bring to you Concussi, the first ever doll that has a concussion and is living their best life.
Wow.
The Concussi comes in a great line of many different versions, so you can rep your favorite team.
Good.
Any team you want, we got a Concussi for it. Every Concussi has a built-in soundboard into its head that when you squeeze, reveals one of his many hilarious and fun catchphrases. Haha, that tickles my squishy skull. Or, I love walking. It is awesome that I get to learn it again.
That's positive.
Or another one, my brain is soup. Yummy soup.
Wow. Do part of the proceeds go to the NFL, or is this...
All the proceeds go to whoever's in charge of this thing.
That's what I like to hear. That was very nice.
That was a trick question, and you passed.
Yeah.
I wrote down, I like that.
You like
I wrote
that.
down, I like that. I even underlined it, actually.
So get yourself a Concussi and give your children the inspiration to become the next generation of great American football players.
Wow, that's dark. I'll give you $3 million for 10%.
That's fair. Does the other shark have another offer?
I like your positive spin on irreparable damage. I'm a big fan of that rhetoric. Can we also branch out into perhaps the violent outburst that one might expect after
course.
suffering severe concussions?
We already have plans to introduce a line of sister products for the Concussi called the Concussi's Wife.
Oh!
And it's a smaller doll.
And are her quotes perhaps just very forgiving?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's lovely. I see another shark in the tank. There are clearly two fish, but another fish has entered. Look at that tie. This guy came dressed to impress, entered as prey, leaving as a predator. You belong amongst the top brass. And for that reason, I'm out.
Oh,
I'm threatened.
so then in that case, I'll be taking your deal.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I did have a deal. Okay, well that backfired.
All right.
I am so hot in this jacket. I made a huge mistake. Niko, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Can you take this back, please?
$1,000.
Oh, good Lord. Okay, fine. It's nothing to me.
So you got yourself a deal.
Hail Satan.
See you later. Deals off. Deals off. Deals off.
Austin secured an impressive and lucrative deal only to fumble the bag in the end zone by forgetting to shake D's hand. Nothing a concussion or two can't help him erase from his memory. Our next inventor has graced the tank before.
About 6 years ago, my cat died from natural causes, and he always wanted me to make a product that could be for kids.
Only to be eaten alive by our sharks.
I'm gonna steal your ideas. Your patents won't hold up in court. They're all mine now.
Welcome to the industry.
My therapist and my dad, I think, were right. I did let my emotions get the better of me. So I got a script this time. I have practiced it. I will not be getting emotional. Sharks, I wanted to begin today by showing you a recent release from my company. And here it is. Typing literacy rates are at an all-time low. And who better to teach our kids how to type than someone who apparently they look up to? Andrew Tate teaches typing. Here's a screenshot from our typing screen. We do think that we've been able to compile some of the best quotes. This is actually from our speed challenge. And yes, we have over 500 quotes from Andrew Tate himself. These are not AI generated. I repeat, he actually said all these things.
Women can't fight, men are stronger.
Encoding information only happens with repetition. And we believe that once your child has typed in each of these quotes 3 or 4 times, it will cut to their core during those crucial developmental years. Wow. And now I want to present to you, Sharks, the toy I'm selling today. Look, there is a huge rift in the market today of the toy industry. This is the rift between pro-lifers and all the rest.
Oh.
You notice anything? Is anything weird? The fact that the toy market only services one side of this debate, we would be missing a whole golden business opportunity if we ignored the other side of this debate. And that's where Little Runts comes in.
What? What?
This is the world's first pre-baby doll for children. And we have all sorts of characters, and they represent all of the stages of development, from just a couple cell divisions old here, and all the way to just a little bit, undercooked. Yeah, there's going to be something for every one of your child, and we know that one of our toys will be your child's new best friend.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Do I look like an idiot to you? Because I would have to be absolutely brain dead not to be in love with this idea.
Let me get in here real quick, okay?
Yeah,
Don't get
counteroffer?
too excited. I think before you get into bed with him, I think the first question we need to ask is, are these aborted fetuses? Or are these yet to be born?
That's a very good question. I would also like to know the answer to that before I get in bed with you.
These are aborted fetuses.
You know, the face gave it away. The face gave it away. That's not the face of a safe child. That's the face of someone who's seen the outside too soon.
There's something on the back of this paper that says, do not mention the cat.
Why? Why?
Why do you have to go there, dude? Do you want to give me the money?
Before you slide under those covers, I'd like to float an idea.
Yeah.
Why don't we take this concept and get in front of his idea? Beat him to the punch.
I think if you and I go in on this.
Please.
We're gonna run with this. This is a great idea. We can get in touch with his people.
Okay.
I mean, maybe we could work together on this, 50-50.
You and the fetuses have a lot in common right now. Neither of you have a voice, and as such, you will be aborted. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Nick had dreams of birthing a company, but was met with the grim reality that when you're in the tank, it may be your idea, but it's not your choice.
I have nothing.
Our next inventor is hungry for a deal. Can he reach out and take it, or will this has-bro end up as a has-been?
So I have like a meeting with Hasbro in like 20 minutes, and I also want to level with you, Sharks. I'm a bit hungover today.
Same, brother.
I'm hungover because we were celebrating yet another successful toy launch at Dean's Toys. And we've had massive success with such toys as the Special Needs Rubik's Cube. This is a Rubik's Cube that was built for everyone. You don't even need hands to solve this Rubik's Cube, you see. We've also had huge success with our play sets, one of which was the Talk 'em Down. And you see, this play set taught kids very valuable communication skills. We also have Thomas and the Trolley Problem, which also teaches kids how to navigate complex ethical dilemmas. We also have dealt with legacy brands, one of which was a very popular device for us, the Tamagotchi.
God.
You know, there's lots of fun activities. You can feed them once a day or not. That's also been found to be very effective. Other legacy brands that we've dealt with, something very close to your heart, the Street Sharks. But we wanted to update them for the modern age. We wanted to bring a little bit of relevancy to their predicament living on the street. And that's where we came up with unhoused sharks. And they have a dastardly new foe in the form of fentanyl. But that's not about today. For today, we have a very special toy for you. One that people are gonna be starving for. That's hungry, hungry North Koreans.
Wow. Oh my God. I do love the North Korean idea. I am Korean as well, so I relate in a lot of ways. I love how it is strategically made too deep for the kids to even reach.
Yes. No, that's the real challenge. The real challenge of the game is that the food goes straight to the great leader, you know. And we think that challenge will engage kids in a way that Hungry Hungry Hippos didn't. Because those hippos, you know, they got some meat on them. They're already full. But these kids are starving. So yeah, like I said, my meeting's coming up with Hasbro. So I was thinking like $2 million for 0.01% stake in the idea.
I mean, I do like the idea that they can't get away. The ankle straps, genius. Because what fun is the game if there isn't real hunger?
Hold on.
He's got a call.
I just got off the phone with a friend of mine who works at Hasbro. And he said he doesn't even know who you are. It's very interesting.
Who was the guy? Who's the guy?
Craig.
Craig? Craig's like super low down. I'm meeting with Greg. It's like a secret with me and Greg that we're meeting up.
There's no Greg. There's no Greg at Hasbro.
There's no Greg. To be very vulnerable with you, there's no meeting with Hasbro. And I'm really desperate right now, guys.
Okay. I find you quite boorish, hungover, unserious. For that reason, I want you more than ever. The fact that you don't care about me at all drives me wild. I just want to get in with you.
Can I come live with you?
Shake my hand.
Yeah. How about we just bring it in?
Bring it in all the way.
Yeah.
It's an honor to do business. And you smell like I expected.
Yeah, can I like...
That's almost exactly the
Can I grab the keys to your place?
You want to start now? Okay. Well, we'll talk about it.
Well, I'll see you at your house.
Yeah, I don't regret it.
Because that's where I live now.
I don't regret it at all.
Dean Kim Jung swooned his way into a deal with Jordan, securing himself a hesitant hug and a place to stay for an indefinite amount of time. Our last inventor is looking to storm our shark's capital investment, but will he prove fluid enough to navigate such murky waters?
Genius ideas, am I right? That's what we're all here for, okay? Countering cultural narratives. I'm ready, are you?
Always.
Yeah.
Great. Why do dolls suck?
For girls.
Fixed it.
Finally!
We have a toy product that's wildly successful, spawning billion-dollar franchises, movies, toys, lunchboxes, everything, just for girls. Oops. Really slipped that up.
Yeah.
Now, with this special edition, it's for boys. The girl ones still exist. It's like separate but equal, okay? The boys should be able to play with Barbies, and we cracked the code.
Wow.
Once again, countering cultural, whatever I said, narratives. What's the worst thing about living in Russia? What's the most dangerous place to be in Russia?
I would think Putin.
No, but that's not a place, that's a person.
Prison?
The prison.
Hi, think something taller, multiple stories.
2-story prison?
Water tower next to the prison?
Okay, look. The #1 cause of death for intellectuals in Russia, stairs and windows. All right, this is a classic take on Chutes and Ladders. If the game is simple, it's like, hey Sally, I got a meeting on the 12th floor today. It's like, what's up there? I don't know, but it says it's important. Better go see what it's about. Climb the stairs. Uh-oh, whoops. You land on a window. Boo. There goes your career and your life. No, I'm gonna get pushed out a window. Oh, it's scary. No, actually it's fun.
When you first walked in here, I thought I smelled a guppy. But what I see in front of me is a shark. A shark who maybe wants to do big business, and big business requires a bigger hat. You haven't sold me yet, son. Continue.
Next up, countering cultural narratives. Toys, sometimes they're too woke. Sometimes you need toys for the everyman, okay? Sometimes you need to get yourself a pack of cuties. You're online, you're on Facebook. Oh, you're reading all this amazing stuff and like your kids are like, shut up, Dad. What if there's a way to bond with them?
Whoa.
These little cuties here not only will steal your heart, but they will stop the steal as well. They all, first off, they got their guns. Second Amendment, it's not a joke. First Amendment, freedom of speech. Look at it, every single one has something to say. We got play sets, different locations. We got the pizza shop. Everyone's the classic, the classic one. So they come in like these little jail cells, and you open them up to reveal which one you got. It's like, we're freeing him, and then like you free him and his knowledge that he knows about the government's like deep state conspiracies.
That's good.
But wait, because there's one more. And this is the idea I'd like to offer to you today, sharks. I know the market. Look at these things. These things are called color changers. Have you heard of them? Any type of toy that you can change the colors of by dipping it into like liquid. The kids die over it. This is the market we're getting into here with our next product, the Fluid Fighters. A team assembled with the ability to turn into anything.
Anything?
A man or a woman.
Oh my God.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Yeah, whatever the job needs, they are there and they can turn into it.
And how does the transformation take place?
How do they transform? Well, see, that's the real moneymaker. Yeah, you get these action figures, that's cool, but how do you get people to keep paying? Well, the only way they transform is with a bottle of our patented gender fluid.
Wow.
That's good.
Wow.
This stuff is incredible. Like, you dunk these characters in the gender fluid, boom, colors change, bodies morph, they're a whole new character. And we're thinking this is like awesome for like cartoons and like kid shows and movies. Like, this obviously has potential because these are toys that have like a story and a narrative behind them.
I like this. I love how you're hitting both sides of the narrative. That's an idea I can get behind.
It's strong. And I don't put this hat on for anyone. I had a feeling about you, because I don't know if you're familiar with my history, but as the founder of They Man, the next generation.
Wow, you're the guy behind They Man.
Surprise! We have very aligned interests, brother, and I think there's a lot of money to be made here. You are a visionary. I know this market. I've been there. I've navigated the channels. I've flipped back and forth.
This feels like only the natural progression.
I mean, you know, this is all roads lead here.
You guys seem like you have a lot of backstory going on with this. You still haven't told us what you want.
I haven't really thought about this. I was probably gonna think about maybe, let's just say a cool $3 million for half of it.
I'll give you your $3 million, but I want 69%.
69%? Let me do the math. Okay, you got it, boss.
You're just gonna, because I feel like we had a thing. I feel like we connected and you didn't even give me an opportunity.
Give me this hat.
I wore this hat.
Sam proves he can swim in deep waters, surviving the tank and landing a whopping $3 million deal for a very funny 69% stake in the company, leaving Jordan caught, hook, line, and stinker. Sam also rises above the competition as the only toy inventor to make any money off his idea. Maybe next time these guppies will have something even worse to feed the sharks. If you want to see another episode or for us to take on another industry with our offensive ideas, leave a comment down below. Also, be sure to check out Dee's gaming channel, Node.